All right, Juliette Whittaker, you are a rising senior at Mount DeSales, but the big news is you're a high school senior competing at the Olympic trials next week. How do you feel? What are you expecting? What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, I'm so pumped. I feel like I kind of have nothing to lose going into it. I feel like it's really just about the experience for me for this one. And so I'm just so excited. I'll definitely start to get nervous probably closer as we get, but right now I'm just pumped.
Okay. So you ran a workout today. What'd you do for it and how'd you feel during it?
Yeah, it was just an easy tempo, so I did 3 by mile, a bit slower than normal tempo, but just at like 6-minute pace, and then 4 200s, just a little fast at like 32. But yeah, I had a workout on Wednesday that was like 2 600s, and we were trying to just play around with different like scenarios that might happen at the meet. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of a harder workout. So today was a bit easier.
Okay. All right. So obviously we had COVID. That changed things up quite a bit. How did you adjust your training at the onset of COVID? Then what'd you do as time went on? Summertime, wintertime, back to spring?
Yeah. At the beginning, I did a few time trials just because I was kind of in my like peak fitness for the year, just because we thought that weekend was going to be nationals, so we were preparing for that. And at first, it definitely was a bit hard for me. I kind of not having any meets like motivate myself. I was having a bit of trouble. So like 800s that I would normally do at like a faster pace, I was struggling to do like 10 seconds slower, like things like that. But we had like Virginia Showcase, so the summer training went pretty well. It was a lot of endurance and a lot of strength training, like more mileage than I'd ever done before. But yeah, it was good.
Okay. So your range is pretty good too. Like you are pretty fast from 400 to the 5K. How do you structure your workouts, especially like to hone in on that 800 speed?
Yeah, I honestly focus most on like endurance, but kind of the mixture of speed and endurance. Definitely didn't start doing like speed workouts until like 2 weeks before Virginia Showcase. Like it was really just a lot of strength training and just like 800 repeats, 1K repeats. And then I just started doing a few like speed workouts, but I found that like just straight up speed workouts kind of end up hurting me in the end. Like I usually get like injured or something bad happens. So I've learned that I do better just strength training.
Okay. Is there one workout in particular you really like?
We do 6 by 1K a lot at like 310, 320, and it's definitely really hard, and I don't love it while I'm doing it, but afterward I feel really accomplished, so that's probably my favorite.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. So at one point, like, you're a sophomore, I think you had around 207. At what point did you realize, hey, like, I can really get this trials qualifier?
Yeah, definitely. I had not been thinking of the trials qualifier at all until the end of last year. I didn't even know what the time was, but when I went up to Ocean Breeze for the last track fast meet or something, it was like a college meet at Ocean Breeze, and I was doing the 800, and it was kind of just like a tune-up right before indoor nationals, and I'd run 203.03 or 01 or something like that. And so that I'd like PR'd by, my fastest outdoor time was 205, so I'd run faster than a 207, but it was still just a big PR, and I was like, wow, okay, I'm half a second away from the trials. And so I was excited for outdoor and indoor nationals to hopefully get that, but I think it all worked out in the end.
Okay. Has there been a race or a workout the past few weeks where you felt like you were really firing on all cylinders, ready to go, ready to race?
Yeah, I think probably either the New York meet or the last meet that I did up in Pennsylvania. I just felt really like calm and relaxed, and actually at the New York meet I was sick, and I had just been coming off of like a sickness, not COVID, but I had like a fever the week leading up to it and a lot of like congestion, so I was struggling, but I ended up doing PRing, so I was really happy because I was not expecting that at all. So it kind of gave me a lot of confidence, and I just felt really good doing it.
Yeah. So you mentioned earlier you had gone through some scenarios in your workouts. Do you have a race strategy? Do you have a race plan? Or do you just kind of want to see what happens, then react to it?
Yeah, I sometimes find it hard just to have like a race strategy for the 800 just because literally anything can happen. But we kind of prepared, like, the workout was 2 by 600, so the first 600 I had like going out at a faster pace at like 57, and then kind of easing it, like slow me down a bit on the last 200 to 130, and then the second 200 it was 130 again, but going out in like 62 and trying to close faster. So I have a feeling it'll be going, just because of the rounds, it'll go out slow and just be like a kick to the finish. But I wasn't sure, so we just kind of played around with a bit.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. And the last thing, what advice do you have to all the people who are, looking up to you, all the little Juliettes out there who are watching you race next week?
Yeah, definitely just dream big. I know that sounds very cliche and kind of corny, but I definitely would not have, I would not be where I am today if I didn't, really dream of getting that trials qualifier and, giving myself a lot more confidence that I ever had, and just kind of not running so scared and afraid of failure, just kind of, running hard and doing whatever I could do to get the time.
Okay, all right, well that sounds good. So best of luck next week. We're all certainly rooting for you, cheering for you.
Thank you.
So I hope it all goes well for you.
Thank you so much.